Hey guys, my name is Doug, and I want you to have more fun and get better at drafting Magic the Gathering. I've created an app that I think will be helpful for everybody while they're drafting, especially if you're coming into a new format or you're coming in from, just playing casually and don't really know exactly what's going on with the drafting scene. So, a little bit about me. I've been playing Magic for about 20 years. I've really liked the draft formats and the limited formats in general. I think they're really great. There's a great depth to the game, and that's what makes it so beautiful. But at the same time, it can be a bit overwhelming. So let's jump right into it. I want to demo this app. So let's go in and open up my DougsDraftBuddy. What this is this is the new version for Guilds of Ravnica, which I've had a lot of fun playing the sealed events for, and really looking forward to the draft version to come out on MTGO. So I'm going to make all this available open source, but I figure that what most people want to do is just kind of run it and get all the benefits. So it's an easy standalone EXE program. Double click on that. It should prompt me for which set I want to draft, and I would really like to draft Guilds of Ravnica. There we go. Let's draft Guilds of Ravnica, GRN. And now my DougsDraftBuddy is up here. It works very simply. You just put in the card that you want information about. For example, demotion. Then you can click card search or just hit the enter key, and that will put it into the database. And you can see the database is right here. It'll just look it up in GRN. That'll come with the program. Out, you will have the card and what its rank is. I've borrowed these ratings from LSV, and the LR cast is a big inspiration to me. So it's cool that I can also hopefully help the LR cast community. So all the cards here, you can see their grade. You can see what MTG Goldfish says its price is. That's updated right as you run the program. What its rank is in terms of pack one, pick one. I've pulled that from the bestiary database, and I'll update that at some point after the format gets a little bit more settled and what the card is. So if you enter another card, it'll put them all on a list and rank them from best to worst, or most playable to least playable. And you can clear the pack by entering C or pressing the clear pack button. This will keep the thing topmost so that when I go and play Magic Online or simulate playing Magic Online, which I'll do by going to here. Oh, let's go to Guilds of Ravnica. Right. Cool. So there's a lot of different cards here and a lot of exciting ones. I am not familiar with this format yet, so we'll have to see which of these cards are good. So let's go to the detail view. This will pull up what LSV said in his limited set review. So, okay, response. You can type in just one keyword in the title and it should come up. So yeah, response resurgence. All right. Cool. So I really like this recipe. Would love to take it early. It's got a good grade. You can compare it to the rest of the stuff in this set. Like Street Riot doesn't look that good to me. Yeah, not a big payoff. Grappling Sundew, not interested in Defender. Let's scroll down. Nothing huge here. Okay, cool. So we'll take that. I'll just go through a couple more of these. Conclave Tribunal. Oh, that's going to be a winner. Yeah, okay, so it's removal, high grade, it's going to be good in like all situations. And I kind of know these things, but if you don't know these things, then it's really helpful to have the DougsDraftBuddy. So we'll click on that. Limitless Bonds I happen to know is good. And just going through the rest of this pack, looks like I'm going to be wanting good cards. Is that Sphinx very good? 3/5, yeah, that's good. Probably going to be better than any white or red stuff in the pack, like Hunted Witness. Yeah, not that great. Cool, so we'll just go there. Let's pick a few more. I'm leaning towards Boros. This guy was fine when I played with it. 3 damage to each opponent, tap another creature. That's expensive. I kind of want the number 1 Boros dude. This is a house. No blocks allowed. Gotta get creatures down. Okay, well, we're creature light right now, but I think we'll be okay. And we're looking like, yeah, that's fine. So, started off with the Responsive Resurgence. We were able to look up what the reviews are for each of these cards. We could be white-blue or white-red. Can cast this card in white, no problem. So, yeah, we're doing okay here. Now, yeah, the detail is toggleable, so you can just, you have it when you need it, and if you would need the additional screen space, you don't need to have it up at all times. It's a pretty straightforward program. So let's exit this out and show you what the second part is, because after you're done picking all the cards that you have in your draft, it's pretty good to go back and then analyze, okay, how did I do overall? What was open? Was I in the right colors? And was my picking in general good? So I don't have that option currently available for Guild of Ravnica, because you can only do that sealed at the moment. But if we go back to an M19, I've got a PostDraft Analyzer. And what you can do with this is it's pretty simple. If you set up your Magic the Gathering online to save the draft logs, you'll get files that look like this. And if you really scroll out to the edge of them, it'll say, okay, so here's an M19 draft that I did a while ago, and here are the output files. Let's get rid of those at the moment. So again, the DougsPostDraftAnalyzer will be available online, and you can take a look at the source code if you want, but most of you are just going to want the goodies, so it's real simple. All you do is double click. It'll look inside the same folder for any text file that it assumes is a draft file, and it will convert that into an Excel spreadsheet. And you see here I've got multiple draft log files, so if I just double click again, it'll find one that hasn't been run yet and turn that into a different Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so let's take a look inside. How did I do in this draft? I don't actually know. Maybe I did okay. So here's how it looks. Each different row is a different pick. So starting with pack 1, here's my pack 1 pick 1. I picked Dryad Greenseeker, which has an adjusted grade of 3.2. The best thing in the pack was Dryad Greenseeker, so I made a pretty good decision there. Pack 1, pick 2. I've got a Gin of Wishes. Gin of Wishes was the best in the pack. The second best in the pack, Luminous Bonds. It's also a good card. After that, Departed Deckhand, a decent pack there. Now, the way that you're going to look at this and analyze is basically you look at the first column, second column. These are going to be the top power cards, and see whether you're drafting in these colors. Now, I'm seeing a lot of green, I guess. Yeah, it looks like a lot of green for pack 1, maybe some black and some blue there. As we get into pack 2, here's pack 2. Everything should be settling out. So it looks like I cut off blue and green pretty well and was able to do pick some blue and green cards, and the blue and green cards were the best in the pack. It's really simple to read this. Top card, second to best card, third to best, fourth, fifth, and that's of course in a vacuum. So you have to look in your deck to see what's good. But this is a really good tool for seeing whether you're in the right colors or not. And so in pack 3, I'm seeing a lot of green here, some blue. I took a lot of green and blue with a bit of black. And if you click on the second sheet, it will count the number of cards in each color, or the amount of castable spells in that color. So if I chose green and blue, if I only took cards that were the best in the pack, I would end up with 24 spells that were castable in green-blue. That's not including artifacts. And if I expanded the search to the top 2 cards, I had 42 cards that were castable in green-blue. So actually, I chose the right colors for this one. I was in green-blue, and it looks like green-blue was the most open. If I want to stretch that to 3 colors, I can look at the 3-color graph, and it looks like green, blue, red was the most open. I was kind of leaning towards green, blue, black. Okay, so there he goes, black, green, blue. Yeah, that's pretty much equivalent. So I don't feel bad about picking the black over there over the red, especially since I think that it's always good to have the Lich's Caress, which I think I picked looking at the previous page. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of the job that I did here, and I can feel good about both reading the signals and using the DougsDraftBuddy to get the most value out of my picks. So I'm really happy to be able to share this with you guys. I'd love to get feedback and hear what you think. I'd love to collaborate with anybody who's trying to improve the program for whatever they're trying to do, and look forward to interacting with you all, and happy drafting.